Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and another video. So when a lot of people compare prop firms, especially FTMO, to a lot of the other ones that are coming out, the main comparison that people have is that you cannot trade news and you cannot trade over the weekend. You cannot hold any trades over the weekend with a funded FTMO account. In the challenges, you can do whatever you like as long as you hit the targets and don't hit the drawdowns. But actually when you're funded, these are restrictions you have. Now, on my funded account, I have fallen foul of these rules on one occasion where I actually traded around a news event by a few seconds. I didn't know it was happening at the time, but luckily they managed to let me retain the account. But with their swing account, you are able to, when funded, to trade news as well as hold over the weekend. But the biggest downside that a lot of people see is actually the leverage. Normally on the accounts you have a 100 or 200 to 1. On the swing account with the FTMO, you're down to a 30 to 1 leverage. And obviously for the majority of traders, that's not an issue whatsoever. If we're just trading one or two lots, we can obviously calculate that back based on the actual amount of currency we're buying effectively, work that back into margin and go from there. But what I have seen a lot of people when they're trading and doing the funded accounts is they do go massive, especially on gold or some of the indices. We're talking almost 20 lots on gold, and that's absolutely huge. If you look at how that would work on a different leverage account, you could not place those trades. Now what typically happens if you are trading your own personal account, if you end up being in a margin call, so effectively you've used more leverage than equity you have in your account, what will happen is the broker will actually automatically start to close off your open accounts, whether they're in profit or in loss. They actually start closing those off so that you actually are back within that margin level, so you're not at a huge exposure. Now we never want that to happen with any of our trading, so what I've done is taken some random one lot trades with FTMO just to see how actually the margin correlates to some of these trades. Now if we take a quick look, gold was the first one I placed. Now gold in itself, if you are trading one lot, that's equivalent to approximately $100 per $1 movement in actual price. So that actually as a margin came out at around about $18,000 usage. So we can see that if I was to trade 5 lots with FTMO on the swing account, I'm close to being in a margin call. Now I only need the position to go against me $2 or $3, and I am already $1,000, $1,500 negative, and obviously with the margin as well, I'm going to start getting a margin call, and the accounts will be closed, and the position will be closed out by the broker. Now looking at Forex, we've got a trade on GBP, so one lot on there. Came in around about $4,000 worth of leverage. So again, we could probably scale that up to almost 20 lots if we're trading maximum we'd ever want to risk on a breakout trade within a currency pair. And on the indices with the FTSE 100, that was around about one lot was $5,000 margin. So again, we could scale that up. But the risk being there is that as soon as a trade went against us, we are massively over leveraged, we're over in our risk. And if a trade went against us, 1 or 2 points would soon start blowing and hitting our daily drawdown, which we don't want to do. We want to make sure we actually get to our funded target. So for me, the objective on this swing account is to play around with it, try it out, work out what the best lot size is and obviously the best stop loss places are to actually get into some of these trades. I don't want to be going too tight stop loss, obviously then doesn't allow that flexibility on some of the movement, and really sort of work this account to get funded with it. Now, obviously the first objective is to not be in a negative loss at the end of the 1 month, so get a free retake. But also, if I'm able to get to that 5% stake, I'm able to get an automatic extension of another 2 weeks to be able to get that next 5% to get up to that target. Obviously, managing the risk, make sure there's no drawdown as well. Now, a lot of people do ask me how I fund all my challenges. They're not cheap. Obviously, this one I think was £480, so close to $600. It's not cheap, and also it does get quite expensive, especially when you do foul them. I don't pass every single challenge, I try and get the retakes, but I do actually occasionally foul them for whatever reason. Now I fund all of these from profit splits from my funded accounts, and also when it's other trading around crypto or passive investing, so I'm not actually dipping into any of my savings. As I always say, only take a challenge which you can afford to lose. Don't assume that you're going to go onto a $100,000, $200,000 account straight away and pass it within 1 or 2 days. Yes, it is possible, but the reality is that people do take a long period of time to pass these challenges and get to that funded status. Now, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and let me know in the comments below if you are looking to do the swing challenge with FTMO, or you prefer to take a high leverage and some of the other prop firms where you can trade news and hold over the weekends. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Cheers.